What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and start on these topics. And the first thing I want to talk about, and I'm happy to report, to be honest, is the fact that Charleston White got locked up, and I hope he stays there. Charleston White has been a cancer and a tyrant ever since he came to the internet. I can't stand him. A lot of people like him because they say that he speaks some stuff that is very true, but at the end of the day, he spends most of his time bringing down his own community. He talks about people, mothers who's passed away in reference to YSL Woody and the beef that they have going on now. He actually talked about that man's deceased mother. And unfortunately, I can resonate with that type of disrespect because I had it happen to me. One time being when I broke up with one of my ex-girlfriends, the first thing that came out of her mouth was, "That's why your mama dead." But you know how y'all do. You know how some of y'all women do. Not all of y'all. You know how our sisters are. You know, y'all go for the juggler and things. And then another time being, I ended up getting into this beef with this cat because he got upset that I was coming to his town making money. And I can understand that, right? But it is what it is. You know, stand up and be a man. If you don't want me there, push me out. But at the end of the day, I guess he did his due diligence and did some research on me. And there was somebody in the camp that was not honorable. Hey, just call it betrayal at its finest. And basically, he found out that my mom passed away, and then he ended up getting my number. And like I said, it was somebody shady in the group that ended up giving them my number because this particular person was hating on me too. And then the guy started texting me things about my mother being deceased, saying that he was gonna dig her up and be intimate with her. That's as professional as I can put it because this is a dignified platform. But I will say immense pressure was applied, and he ended up moving to Florida the next week. So listen, I just don't like people who go that far, right? We can leave people who unfortunately passed away out of the conversation, out of the beef, out of the disagreements and things like that. But anyway, it seems as though that Charleston White was locked up for agitated asphalt, and I'm paraphrasing here, and also being disrespectful to animals. So what I want to do right here is just play you this small clip, and then I'll be back.
So Charleston White has been arrested and detained. Cuz about to meet all his damn ops in jail. They about to on me up. But nah though, that's Charleston, man. That's his shot, man. And they said he black. They said he got aggravated assault with a dipping, cruel non-livestock animal possession. Cruel animals and it's aggravated. Oh man, Charleston, hey, you done dug yourself in a little hole with this one. But the energy Charleston White put out into the universe, don't get me wrong, some stuff he say I agree with, I like. Everybody say stuff that makes sense here and there. But most of his shit be very, very ignorant. Talking about the dead, speaking on people how he speak on them with Gilly the Kid and his son. Your son got magnets coming out of his mouth, and what he doing with Woody. Like, that shit come back and get you, man. The energy is real.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that, and I hope he's still there. I don't follow him to know if he's not still in jail, but at the end of the day, I could care less what happens to him. He's the type of person that could just go away forever, and he won't be missed in my estimation when it comes down to me. I don't care nothing about what Charleston White has said in the past that made sense. All I know is that the things that he said to disparage and disrespect our community just outweighs it completely. So it is what it is. But anyway, I want to move along and talk about Dr. Dre because he's being sued for $10 million by his former therapist by the name of Dr. Charles Sophie. So Dr. Charles Sophie is claiming that Dr. Dre has made his life a living hell by sending goons to his house pretending to be FBI agents and things like that. He's also gotten at Dr. Charles Sophie through text messages and being a bit of a bully. And so Dr. Charles is saying that he had to change how he moved. He can't leave the house without a bulletproof hat and a bulletproof vest. This is how serious and dire the situation has become between him and Dr. Dre. Now, all of these issues stem from when Dre was still married to his ex-wife, Nicole, and Dr. Sophie was their marriage counselor back in 2018. So when Nicole decided to go ahead and move forward with the divorce, Dr. Sophie became like a mediator between the two until the process was completed. Now, Dre and Nicole's divorce was finalized in 2021. And so Dre took about a year to sit and simmer on things. And then he started texting his former marriage counselor, Dr. Sophie. And this is what Dre texted Dr. Sophie. "You done blanked with the wrong one. What happened, Doc? I thought you wanted to talk. Cat got your tongue? You're going to have to give me a written apology. If not, I'm moving forward. I'm not playing, trust me. Hey Doc, Whatever the blank you're pretending to be, just know this: I'm not going anywhere until you explain to me why you tried to talk blank into saying negative things about me to the media. You're a piece of blank. He's talking about the doctor actually talking to one of his kids. Then he says, don't worry, I haven't forgot about you. Yes, you're a piece of blank. Then Dr. Sophie responds and says, good morning, I have no idea what you are referring to and would make myself available anytime to discuss, thank you. Then Dre says, you blanked up. Just so you know, I love being underestimated. Blank, and I selected you to be a trusted helping professional for blank, blank, blank time of need. You stayed on as our couples counselor and then as a blank primary therapist during our divorce, all ethical breaches of conduct. From there, you instead inserted yourself in the divorce, attempting to convince me to settle according to her terms. I tolerated your malfeasance at the time, hoping to try anything to bring our ugly divorce to an end, but I was well aware of how wildly inappropriate your involvement was at the time. And now blank tells me during the same period, you encourage him to turn against me to the press to further ruin my name. I suppose that's one of the clinical strategies you've outlined in your guide to family values. Let me be crystal clear with you. I know a charlatan when I see one. Information is readily available and I'm well aware of your reputation and the ethical breaches of conduct that have followed your career, especially during your tenure at DCFS. Fortunately, hearing you defend your choice of clinical interventions to the medical board, particularly as it relates to blank, will bring me some satisfaction. Now, the first thing I noticed about this text exchange between Dre and Dr. Sophie is how well written it was on Dr. Dre's end, because he was very professional, minus when he said blank you and you're a piece of blank. I understand that particular part where he stepped out of bounds just a little bit, but for the most part, it was written very well and it was extremely professional. Now, when I first became privy of this story, I thought that I was going to see a text message from Dr. Dre saying, man, when I catch you in the street, it's on site, on King David, on blood, cuz, on blood. You know what I'm saying? But it was nothing like that. Like I said, he got out of bounds for a few seconds there, but at the end of the day, it was well written, it was well scripted, and extremely professional. Now, as far as these text messages between Dre and Dr. Sophie, I really don't see anything too much here. I see Dre calling him out of his name, but I really don't see anything further that would warrant me to think that he's basically coming for this man. Now, if Dr. Dre sent goons to his house, he did cross the line there, and he would have to prove that in court. Now, I wonder with Dr. Sophie saying that he's fearing for his life right now, is it predicated upon Dr. Dre's past and his ties to the street gangs in LA? Or is it predicated upon just the fact that you feel like you can use that against him because of his past? Because make no mistake about it, I'm not tripping off of Dr. Dre going at another man. I think that Dr. Dre needs to pay the ultimate price for what he did to Miss Chalet and also his ex-wife, Nicole. That's where I'm at with it. I could care less about this doctor right here, because at the end of the day, this man has an issue with you, and it's based upon his son telling him that you made him say things in the public that he didn't necessarily agree to. And Dre is taking the position that some of the things that his son may have said to the public wasn't true, given the dynamic of his marriage to Nicole. But anyway, I'm gonna keep a close eye on things and see how this situation turns out. Now I want to move along and I want to talk about R. Kelly, because his daughter, Buku Abby, I believe her real name is Joanne Kelly. Yes, her real name is Joanne Kelly. She has come out alleging some ish, right? Now, y'all know what position I take in these cases all the time until I'm proven wrong or there's different information that comes out that goes against her story, then I believe her. Now, she's coming out with a documentary and it's going to be called R. Kelly's Karma, A Daughter's Journey, right? And I believe that Drea Kelly is actually coming out with a tell-all book. Interesting that they're coming out with something around the same time or in the same time frame. But anyway, she revealed some heartbreaking news. She's saying that she was essayed by R. Kelly. I want you guys to check out this clip and I'll be back.
R. Kelly, just what in the hell you was trying to turn back the hands of times and do? Huh? R. Kelly, just what in the hell was you trying to turn back the hands of time and do? If y'all haven't seen it already, it's all over IG. So apparently, R. Kelly's daughter, who is the mother of his grandson, apparently said that back in the day, she woke up to R. Kelly, fine. Okay? Now, we don't know what's the... Hell nah. I can't even go down that road. I can't even play with y'all like that. I ain't gonna say we don't know nothing. That's his daughter. Okay? Allegedly, we still gonna keep allegedly, but at the end of the day, if this is coming out now, Come on, bro. Like, how far do you take this stuff? Like, we trying to figure out the whole concept of this interview, but that's just a snippet that I seen, and that's honestly enough for me. We gonna see where this goes and how this kind of elevates what else comes out. But apparently, she said that one moment in time changed her life forever, and she will not be bringing a child to see Kels in jail. Which I can't blame her, y'all. Tell me what y'all think, or have y'all seen the video? I'm just a messenger, y'all.
Listen, guys, I can't play the clip here due to copyright issues. I will post it on my Instagram at Carolina Crush TV so you guys can see the clip, or you don't even have to go there. You can just look up the clip online. It's everywhere. It's just a very sad situation. Listen, I know that people are going to have their reservations. I understand that, but you guys know the position. I'm not going to keep repeating myself that I always take as it pertains to this. I'm just hoping that R. Kelly did not do this. That's all I can hope for. But anyway, I want to briefly talk about the Diddy situation, and it has to do with Ashton Kutcher and his girlfriend. So in the midst of all these things coming out about Diddy being locked up, a lot of people being called to task because they may have some involvement with Diddy, Ashton Kutcher and his girlfriend are electing or thinking about moving to Europe because they're facing so much backlash here in the States, or in Hollywood to be exact, that they feel that they need to get away. And my question to that is, why do you feel that you need to get away? Because there's other individuals that will be facing some real serious charges. So you don't have anything to worry about, or do you? Are your hands dirty too? Is it true in regards to what they're saying about Diddy has something to do with your ex-girlfriend Brittany Murphy being deleted because she was about to write a tell-all book exposing you and some things that went down at a Diddy party? Is that the real reason why you and Mila are trying to hightail it out of the States all of a sudden? Because it's just very interesting. If you're not guilty of anything, why would you let the perception of other people force you to move out of the States because they believe that you had some type of involvement with something, right? Especially Diddy. Why would you allow them to control you in that fashion or in that manner, especially if you're not guilty of something? It's just very strange to me, y'all. But anyway, I want to move on to the last story because we're talking about North Carolina's own Miss Tabitha Brown. She's off limits. You don't come for her ever, especially if you're a man. We don't play that in North Carolina. We respect our women. You gonna respect them too, my man. I don't know who Darius Cooks is, but bro, you better tread lightly. This dude, Darius Cooks, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with him. I'm not. I just ran across him because he violated and disrespected Tabitha Brown. He's talking about her business acumen, saying that he would have never signed on to Target, that she was stupid for signing on to Target and taking a deal when she could have made more money on her own. And I'm trying to figure out why you all up in Auntie's business, right? Because from the looks of things, Target would never ever consider you for any type of deal. And I hear that you be scamming individuals, so of course they wouldn't be looking down that avenue to do anything, to do any partnership with you, my man. So why are you worried about what she got going on with Target? There's levels to this. You're not on that level, right? You're just not. So a lot of people online, of course, they love Tabitha. And listen, Tabitha isn't above reproach. If you don't like some of her products, you have the right to give constructive criticism. But to do it in the manner that he did it came across very jealous, came across very ignorant, and just silly. And just another brother trying to bring down another sister in this cold, cold world. And so what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna leave you guys with their exchange, the exchange between Tabitha and Darius Cooks, and also people reacting to Darius calling out Tabitha. And I want you guys to feel free to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about everything that was discussed in this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.
She a fool for doing it. There's no damn way in hell I would have ever signed my name. I don't give a how popular I was. I would have never signed my name to Target. I don't care if Target giving her $10 million. She could have started her own company. She could have sold her own product. $56 million out the gate. There's no way. There's no way There's no way in hell I would have ever. 20 million ain't even enough. This woman has the ability. All she had to do was create 5 cookbooks. $150 million in the bank. 100% hers. No middleman, no agent, no manager, nobody to pay but your labor and your employees. $150 million yours. Couldn't have been me. Ain't no way in hell that could have been me. Ain't no way in hell. $40 million when I got the potential to make $400 million? No way. There's no way. There's no way. Do you hear me? I need you to hear me. Kip, there is absolutely no way.
Hello there. Y'all all right? So listen real quick. I was talking to a good friend today, and he was sharing with me how something that somebody did upset him. And he was like, honey, and they had the nerve to say what they said, right? And so I told him, I said, you know, some folk, that's all they have is the nerve. Honey, they only have the nerve to say foolishness. They only have the nerve to talk about folk. They only have the nerve to look down on folk. They only have the nerve to complain. Some folk, that's all they got is the nerve. And that is why your success get on their nerves. Your happiness get on their nerves. Your joy get on their nerves. Honey, your family and your home get on their nerves. Your job, your career, it gets on their nerves because that's all they got. They spend so much time complaining and having the nerve to speak on other folk that's all that they have gotten left is their nerve. So baby, don't spend your time letting them type of folk get on your nerve, okay? That's all they got. But you have so much more. Honey, they have no integrity. They have no loyalty. They have no joy, no love, no compassion. They don't have a good family life. They don't have good friendships. That's why they're so focused on other folk. That's why everything get on their nerve. And that's why that's all they got left. It's the nerve to cut up and act a fool. Don't let them folk get to you. All right? Very good. I love you. Now, go about your business. Have the most amazing day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't let nobody get on your nerves, okay? Don't you dare go messing up nobody else's here. I love y'all. Bye.
I'ma say it because y'all scary and I'm not scary because I can't get no whooping. Darius Cooks, before you get up here trying to criticize each thing, you get up here and show us certified receipts of them same companies that work with Auntie Tab trying to work with you, and show us the receipts of you turning them companies down and going to do your own thing, going to do your own big one and making your millions of billions of dollars so we can listen to your. Until then, you are a defendant in the clerk of courts. We don't want to hear to say. For you to go live talking about a successful black woman having a product at the bottom of the shelf in Target when you don't even have off-brand paper plates put on the shelf in a corner store, let alone a mother measuring cup, who are you? Let me give y'all a life lesson. You never in life take advice from or follow up behind a person that says woulda, shoulda, coulda, especially when they have not done a fraction of what the person who they talking about done. Darius, you ain't do it because you couldn't, baby. Let's call a spade a spade. You can't do half of what Auntie doing. And if you know like I know, you better leave that lady alone for walking backwards.
Darius, hello there. You all right? Baby, listen. I had to do this video. I'm sitting here. I don't feel good this morning. I got some things going on, but I just got to say this. Baby, when Tab put that, God bless you. You see what she did to Wendy Williams? She told Wendy Williams, God bless you. I hope that love finds you and holds you tight. Keep playing. Because that woman ain't did nothing to you. You in that woman's pocket and she did nothing to you. And they said you was around here taking people money and you got the nerve to be telling this woman what she need have. Good gone. Child, if I was you, I would leave Tabitha alone. That's all I'm saying. If she made a bad business deal, that's between her family, and the Lord. You ain't got nothing to do with that. But you trying to give people business advice. Child, please.
Listen, Darius Williams, Darius Cooks, whoever, he a brave soul. He is a brave soul. He got some nerve, right? Because the last person I know that spoke on Tabitha Brown and she responded, bro, they don't even know if they in the world right now. They don't know left from right, up from down. You understand me? 3 things you need to know. You need to thank Beyonce. Don't speak on Tabitha Brown. And of course, we don't talk about Bruno. Right? Like, and I'm not even saying that she did everything right, that she made all the right business moves or whatever. You know, maybe she could have went at it on her own. Maybe she could have tried to launch her own suite of products and this, that, and the third. But to give that kind of critique about, oh, yeah, you got a Target deal, but they put your stuff on the bottom shelf. Bro, it's a Target deal. I'm sure it's multi-millions. You sound like a hater.
Darius Cooks may want to be careful. We remember the last person that had anything ill to say about Auntie Tab, baby. That person ain't been right since. But I digress. What Darius is saying makes sense. Of course we want ownership. But as I sit inside of my fully furnished custom salon, I am here to tell you, as a business owner that has built a business from the ground up with her own money and funding, it take a lot of money. So I could only imagine how much money it would take for Auntie Tab to produce, to distribute, to employ all the people that she would need to run her own operation. And yes, it is a great idea for her to convert her current followers on TikTok and social medias into buyers. But let's just be real. I'm going to say the quiet part out loud. A lot of us black people wouldn't have spent with Auntie Tab, but we'll go to Target. We won't give our money to black businesses because we can't trust them. We really don't need it, or I don't know if it's really gonna work. But you'll go right into Target because you trust Target. And I wonder what the difference is between Auntie Tab's business and Target's business. Okay, yeah, y'all will go and give the YT people your money all day, but you won't give no black business your money in the same way. Okay, now when you start talking about producing your own product, I want us to remember what happened in COVID. I want us to remember what just happened when they shut the docks down. Y'all understand that every time that there is an issue in the supply chain, your product can't get out. And we already know with small black businesses, even if Auntie Tab was to develop a big black business, the moment that y'all don't get that product on time, y'all gonna be ready to boycott her, even if it's out of her control. So the startup cost makes no sense. Distribution cost makes no sense. Housing, warehouses, employees, none of that makes sense when I can just go to a large corporation like Target, and I guarantee you Auntie Tab is getting some back end money. Please don't think it was a one-time check. I am willing to bet. But I wish we could start our own and support our own, but we haven't. We've never had a history of fully supporting, right? Right.
At all. So I have no idea. Darius, did you see Tabitha's video in post? I actually do not follow Tabitha Brown at all. So I have no idea what she has said in response. I don't take back anything I said about Tabitha Brown. I'm not backpedaling, nor am I popping on what I said. If you want to know what I said, you can watch the video. But essentially I said that if she would have did this on her own, she would have made a lot more money. I'm not backpedaling on any of that. I'm not backpedaling, nor am I hating on the woman. So, you know, what I stated was a matter of fact. With 4 million followers, or however many followers she had, if you sold one air fryer to 1 million people at $65, that's $65 million. I don't have Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I don't have Twitter. So, and also as a matter of practice, as a popular content creator, I also can't search out and respond to everybody who has anything to say about me. I mean, I'm sorry. I called her a fool? Or did I say what she did was foolish? And then how did I say it? Was I saying it like, you know, in my joking way? Like, what was I saying? You're being dragged on Twitter very bad. I'm not being dragged nowhere. You can only be dragged where you accept. I'm not on Twitter. My day goes on just fine. See, this is the thing. If you don't consume it, it don't affect you. And I haven't consumed it. So my life is going on just fine. If you do not consume it, guess what it can't do? Affect you. And guess what I don't do? Consume it.